Guys, in this video, we're going to discuss how you can become a real estate agent and what are the different types of techniques and strategies that you could take on to generate new business as a new real estate agent. So I'll start off with just talking about the requirements and what are the steps that you need to take from zero to completion in order for you to get your real estate agent license. The first step is, and this is more specific to Texas, but every state has its own local restrictions and rules. And my recommendation is to look up your local state requirements to become a real estate agent. But the first step is obviously making sure that you meet the state requirements. For example, in Texas, it's the Texas Real Estate Commission that oversees the licensing of real estate agents. And the requirements are pretty simple. You have to be at least 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, and have no felony convictions. And that's essentially it for Texas. Every state has its own different rules. My recommendation is you look up for your particular state. The second step is in Texas for specifically, you're required to complete a real estate agent pre-licensing education. It's about 180 hours that you have to complete, and you can do it online for the most part. And once you complete this training, then you'll be able to sit for the exam, the real estate licensing exam. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a two-part licensing. One is dealing with, I think, the national level, and then the other one is more state specific section. Once you pass the exam, then you're officially licensed, but you are not going to be able to practice as a real estate agent until you find a real estate broker in your state. In this case, in Texas, you have to find a broker that you can work with in order to exercise your license and become a real estate agent. Once you find a real estate broker to work with, then you can officially start as an agent. And then, of course, going forward, you'll have to continue with you have to complete the continued education every 2 years, I believe, in order to keep your license active. And in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, after 4 years or 6 years, you can become a you can apply for your real estate broker license. So that way you can have other real estate agents come work for you, and you can just branch out and do your own. All right. So once you have done all of this, how do you start off? What are the steps that you could take to generate new business, get more customers, and then get the ball rolling? Number one, you can establish an online presence. That's very important, especially in 2023. You need to have a solid social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of it. And you have to present your best, you have to put your best foot forward and showcase all of the benefits that you offer as a real estate agent, and make sure you showcase that in your social media accounts. Another way to generate, this is more of an old school method of marketing. It's sending out mailers, whether it's postcards, letters, sending out to potential customers. So as an agent, you can represent both the buyer and the seller. So your mailers are going to be targeting both potential home buyers to potential homeowners that are looking to sell their property, and why they should pick you as their agent to sell. And in addition to that, you want to build a website. You want to have a website that people can go to, and they can get information on what services you provide, and why, again, they should select you out of the many real estate agents out there. And you can leverage SEO, which is search engine optimization, in order to drive traffic to your website and to your social media. And again, this is all marketing techniques that you can utilize to generate more leads to you, so that you can potentially have them as a customer. And number four, you can buy ads on Google and Facebook. This is You know, this is also true for many other businesses, but you can utilize it as a real estate agent to get customers. You can put on ads, pay for ads on Google as well as Facebook. And again, this is another method. And then number 5, you can buy sales leads and then start cold calling. There's a lot of companies that offer this, Zillow being one of them. You can actually buy leads from them and start cold calling them and try to convert them into customers. This is the good old sales. There's no ways around it. You know, just cold calling potential customers and hoping to sell them and get them as a customer. And then number 6, you reach out to your friends and family as potential customers, right? Everyone has friends and family that is either looking to sell, looking to buy a house, and those could be your first customers. And that's typically how real estate agents get their, get their first experience is having their families and friends as customers. So that's another good way to get started. And then in addition to that, you start networking with other real estate agents and other investors. The sooner that you can get your name out there in the industry, the sooner that people get to know you, and you establish yourself as someone who's reliable and someone who's good to work with, the better off you'll be. Again, as a real estate agent, you have to remember your reputation and the network that you develop will essentially determine how successful you're going to be. And then number 8 is cold calling for sale by owner ads. So there's a lot of for sale by owner ads on Zillow and other websites that homeowners are just trying to sell their properties without using a real estate agent. And if you see an ad that has been sitting there for 30, 60, 90 days plus, you could reach out to them and say, I can offer you my services and, and I can sell your property faster. And again, this is a good way of identifying a potential customer and reaching out to them. Number 9 is advertising on websites and apps that offer free ads or free postings. You can put up on Craigslist, Fiverr, Thumbtack. Different types of apps offer opportunities for you to advertise your services for free and potentially identify and get customers from them. And then finally, develop relationships with mortgage brokers and loan officers. Again, you'll be working very closely with loan officers and mortgage brokers to close your deals, and that only makes sense to develop a network of solid mortgage brokers and loan officers as early as possible, so that you can send businesses to each other. They send business your way, and you send business their way as well, and have a mutually beneficial relationship. So these are the steps that you could do. So in terms of just to cap off this call or this video, the earning potential for real estate agent is infinite to a certain degree. You control how much you make. It's a business, right? You control how much you can make. On average, real estate agents can make well over 6 figures, the successful ones. Your commission is typically anywhere from 6% to 3% if you're representing just one side of the deal, meaning you're still representing the buyer or the seller. But it's up to you. You can charge lower, but just remember, as a real estate agent, you'll have to split your commission with the broker. And depending on what type of structure you have, it could be a 90-10 split, it could be a 70-30 split, or it could be a 50-50 split, depending on how much the real estate broker, how much services they provide you, and how much support they give you. So with that being said, I'll cover more on other topics in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and again, thanks again, guys. Have a good one.